Kyle Spinner alongside Nick Regina. We go Yankees Red Sox. Derek Jeter sitting out his second game in a row. We go to the bottom of the third. Carlos Beltran at the plate. Get up and get out. A 2-run shot for Carlos Beltran, and the Yankees have an early 2-1 lead. We move to the bottom of the fourth inning. Francisco Cervelli at the plate. Hits a chopper to third. Looks like an easy double play. There's one. There's two. He's called out at first. Joe Girardi, he would come out and challenge the call. Umpires take a look at the replay. You be the judge. They say tie goes to the runner. They would reverse the call. Cervelli's safe. Give him the RBI. However, he'd have to leave the game with a hamstring injury. He'll miss a couple of weeks. John Felt, he comes out of the dugout. He's not happy. He's going to get tossed. Early shower for the Red Sox manager. We now move to the top of the eighth inning. Matt Thornton facing David Ortiz. Big Papi, it's a shot to right center field. Ichiro making a case for more playing time. Leaps at the wall, makes the play. Yankees win 3-2, taking 3 of 4 from the rivals from the north.
We take you out to Anaheim. Angels hosting the Mets. Mets strike first to go 1-0, but who other than the Colossus of Trout to even it up with a mammoth shot to straightaway center of Bartolo Colon, his fourth dinger of the year. Big Albert follows that one up with a shot of his own, his third of the year, back-to-back jacks to put the Angels up early in this one. And no way, you have got to be kidding me. No stranger to the long ball himself, Raul Ibanez holds up his end of things with a solo shot of his own, his third in the year as well. The Halos go back-to-back-to-back in the very first inning of this one, 3-1 Angels. We move along to the top of the seventh. Angels up 9 now. Travis d'Arnaud goes down looking here, and the Mets bench erupts. Manager Terry Collins and captain David Wright not enthused by the call or the score. Wright and second baseman Daniel Murphy both toss. Mets go on to take a beating in this one. Go down 14-2.
I like the Colossus of Trout, Nick. We go to Augusta, final round from the Masters, and what a day it was for 20-year-old Jordan Spieth. He's putting for birdie here on the second hole, par 8. And what a good read, beautiful shot. He sinks it to go. Jordan Spieth's pumped, the fans are pumped, and it was just the beginning for what was an eventful day for the young man from Texas. We move to the fourth hole. Spieth's second shot from the sand trap, and like Scott Van Pelt likes to say, useful shot, that useful. Spieth with back-to-back birdies, and he's quickly becoming a fan favorite at Augusta. He's your leader right now at 7 under. We move to the par 4th, 7th hole. Jordan Spieth, 7 under for the tournament. And like Limp Bizkit likes to say, keep rolling, yeah. Spieth is going to get another birdie to fall down. And he takes a 2-shot lead with 11 holes remaining. But there's still plenty of golf left to be played and others in contention for that green jacket. We move to 2012 Masters champ Bubba Watson. He's on par 5, 8th hole. His third shot chipping from off the green. And like Scott Norwood in Super Bowl 25, he's just going to go a bit wide right. Good on for Bubba, though. He would tap in for par, and he's right there in contention with Jordan Spieth. We go back to Spieth, the 9th hole, par 4, his second shot from the fairway. Takes out to what looks to be a 7-iron, and just not the shot he wanted. He gets on the green, but it's going to get too much backspin and is going to roll off. And this is time for Bubba Watson to take advantage, and that he would do. We go back to Bubba. He's putting on the same hole. His shot will be for birdie. Back to Bubba. His shot for birdie right here. Good read, right to left. Bubba sinks it, and he is now on top of the leaderboard all by himself with Jordan Spieth trailing just behind him. Spieth will be putting right after Bubba. He needs this shot to save for par, and just won't get enough on it as he sits at 7 under. Just doesn't get enough. He falls behind Bubba by a shot, and this is where Bubba Watson took over. We go to Amen Corner, 12th hole, par 3. Jordan Spieth. His tee shot starting to look like Phil Mickelson at Winged Foot. He gets on, but it's going to roll right into the water hazard. He'd have to take a drop, and this made room for other guys to be in contention for the lead, like Jonas Blinkst. Jonas Blinkst, he was in contention all day, sitting in 3rd at 4 under. From the fringe, his third shot on 13. He gets a nice on, just a few feet short from the cup. He'd birdie the hole. He'd move to 5 under, staying right in contention behind Jordan Spieth and Bubba Watson. We move back to Bubba. His second shot on the 13th hole. And this is where Bubba's about to turn it on. He sits at 7 under from the green, or from the fairway. He gets his shot on the green, gets some backspin on it, and, well, Bubba, this is where he was on. He did not look back. He sits on top of the board, of the leaderboard, 8 under. He'd birdied the hole, and that just about did it. We move to 18. Bubba has it all wrapped up. His second shot from the fairway, and his reaction will tell it all. His face, the club flip, he knows it. Bubba Watson is soon to get his second Masters Championship in 3 years. He's on the green, gets some backspin, and it's a nice walk to the 18th green for Bubba Watson. As he walks up to the green, he'll be putting with a 3-shot lead. He'll miss his first birdie putt, but didn't really mean much. As we look, his birdie putt sitting at 8 under. Misses that. He'll sink his par putt, though, in. And for the second time in 3 years, Bubba Watson will be your Masters Championship and the proud owner of a green new Blazer. Don't sleep on Jordan Spieth, though. He does tie for second with Jonas Blixt, but this guy is on the way up in the golf ranks. But this day was all about Bubba Watson. He finishes with a total 280, 8 under, a 69 for his final round. As he will shake hands with Jordan Spieth, he'll celebrate with his son, who wasn't there the first time he won his first Masters tournament. He'll celebrate with his wife, and he'll celebrate with a gourmet meal to Waffle House. Bubba Watson, your 2014 Masters Championship.
We move to the NBA now. Nets taking on the Magic in Brooklyn, just a few days removed from a road defeat at the hands of Orlando. Deron Williams hoping for a better fate in this one. D. Will on D with the swipe. Pushes it up court at the other end. Pretty dish to Mason Plumlee here for the finish at the other end. Nets spreading the wealth on offense. Pretty passing here, getting it in the lane to Marcus Thornton, who lobs one up for who other than Mason Plumlee, soaring through the air for the finish. Pretty play. Second quarter now, Tobias Harris back to the basket mismatch on Deron Williams. Tough finish. Harris had 18 in this one. Magic giving the Nets a run for their money in this one. Aaron Aflalo dishes to Rookie of the Year candidate Victor Oladipo from distance. Oladipo finished with 14. The Nets coming back on the other end. The truth, Paul Pierce pushing it up the floor and finishing in transition. Pierce had 10 in this one.
You can't handle the truth, Nick.
Third quarter now, Nets down 2. Pierce gets the pass. Drives hard down the lane and hit just as hard by Kyle O'Quinn, preventing the layup, but Pierce is hurt and would have to leave this one with a bum shoulder. Got rocked by O'Quinn there.
That's gotta hurt.
Hard foul, no blood. Moving along, Deron Williams crosses up his man and takes a deep three that catches nothing but iron, but tipped in by 2 Magic defenders on the rebound. That's the type of year it's been for Orlando. Plumlee gets credit for the bucket, despite the fact that he wasn't within 20 feet of it. Nets with the ball again. Mirza Teletovic gets the pass from D. Will and goes strong to the bucket for the big finish. What a pleasant surprise Teletovic has been for Brooklyn all year. He had 20. And here's Deron Williams. The Nets, the one they thought they got from Utah. Williams goes to the basket. Ooh, what a moving kick out to Joe Johnson in the corner for 3. Pretty setup from Williams in the midst of a 13-0 Nets run to put them on top. Fourth quarter now. More pretty passing from the Nets. A little 3-man weave in transition leads to an easy bucket for Plumlee, who finished with 17 and 11. Nets starting to run away with this one. Magic look like they're just throwing in the towel here. Everybody jogging up the floor. Nets going for the jugular. Transition offense leads to another easy bucket for Teletovic. The Nets looking like the younger, more spry team in this one. They take it 97-88.
Jumping across town to the Knicks. They will be missing the playoffs for the first time since last season. Mike Woodson in his pregame presser said that's on him.
You can point the fingers in a lot of directions, and I'm not going to, sit here and air that out. I mean, that's... at the end of the day, I'm the coach, and I didn't get it done.
Carmelo Anthony missing the playoffs for the first time in his career. Hey, there's Phil Jackson, former Bulls head coach and current Knicks team president. Early in the first quarter, Tyson Chandler eat a Snickers bar. You're hungry when you're upset. Chandler just trucks Mike Dunleavy to the ground, something that is not legal in basketball, but the Jets are looking for some offensive linemen. You might be able to help them out, Tyson. We move late into the second quarter. Bulls up by 2. Triple-double machine Joakim Noah finds with the Jimmy Butler with the beautiful dish who slams it home. Fun fact, Noah has more assists than Raymond Felton. 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Noah's pass gets stolen by Melo to Raymond Felton. There's an assist. One-handed throw down by Iman Shumpert. and most likely putting Joakim Noah on a poster. Knicks still down, though, 39-38, as the Knicks bench is having some fun, loving that play. Time winding down the first half, Melo with the turnaround jumper. He sinks it. The Knicks would go into the break with a 45-39 lead over the Bulls. We move to the second half, and J.R. Smith picking himself up from the Miami game. He hits the right wing three. Next possession from the left wing. Splash. J.R. Smith feeling it again. Later in the third, Raymond Felton finds Melo at the top of the arc. He hits a three to go down. Knicks with a 77-65 lead early in the fourth. Tim Hardaway Jr., why not? He gets a three from the top of the key, and the Knicks with a 15-point lead. Later in the fourth, though, Bulls not going away. Taj Gibson with a two-handed finish. Next possession down, DJ Augustine from the left wing. Splash. And just like that, the Knicks' 15-point lead is down to 9. Later in the fourth, 6 minutes left to go. Amari Stoudemire sizing up Joakim Noah in the post. He gets his lane off the glass and in. The Knicks wouldn't look back from there. They win 100-89 as Mike Woodson's days in New York look numbered.
A little hockey for you. Devils taking on the Bruins at the Rock. Boston already wrapped up the President's Trophy, and the Devils have been eliminated from playoff contention, but goalie Martin Brodeur could be playing his final game in Jersey in this one. Brodeur, the NHL's all-time leader in almost every significant goaltending category. Early in this one, Marek Zidlitsky, going hard to the net, comes out on the other end of the wraparound and puts one past backup netminder Chad Johnson for the early lead. New Jersey with the neutral zone turnover here, and Boston comes away with it, but Brodeur with the pretty save on the backhander in front of the net. Moving along, third period. Nifty passing, getting the puck in deep for the drop-off from Yager to Travis Zajac in front of the net for the score, putting Jersey up 2-1. Bruins pushing it up ice, drop-off pass into the slot, but the wrister is denied by the big glove of Marty Brodeur, and that would be the difference in this one. Devils go on to win it 3-2.
What a great career for Marty in New Jersey. We now move to the not top 10, something that might hype your week up. Starting at number 10, Tigers vs. Orioles. Jonathan Scope with the chopper, and sniper. Scope falls down or trips or gets snipes or whatever that looks like to you.
Oh man,
that's just not pretty. That's gotta hurt. But hey, everyone's having a good time and laughing. Orioles get the last laugh, they win.
Number 9, Diamondback center fielder A.J. Pollock doing his best to get himself on the top 10, but finds himself here instead. Ball appears to be in the webbing of Pollock's glove before his momentum slings it over the wall, and yes, that goes in the books as a home run nonetheless.
Good thing they got padding on those outfield walls. Number 8, Blues versus the Blackhawks. Jeremy Morin attempts to check Patrick Boardman, and he just fails miserably. He goes into the bench, flying in, hitting his teammates. Better luck next time, dude. They don't got padding in the benches.
Number 7, Auburn Ole Miss college baseball, bottom of the 13th inning. Jay Wade getting a little too nonchalant with the intentional walk and ends up leaving one right in the wheelhouse of Austin Anderson, who just absolutely tanks it to deep right for the walk-off winner. What a way to take a game.
Number 6, Knicks at the Heat. Iman Shumpert with the lob to Tyson Chandler, and this happens to me all the time. Gets it stuck in the rim. Luckily, NBA players are taller. They don't need a broom to get the ball out. Heat, they would escape with the victory, though.
Number 5, Caps Islanders. Capitals on the power play in their own ends when Mike Green and Jason Chimera come across and blindside each other in front of their own net, and down goes Chimera. Green laying the wood on his own teammate. Capitals would have the last laugh, though, go on to win it in OT.
Luckily, they wear all those pads. Number 4, Nuggets Warriors. Andre Iguodala just toying with Quincy Miller. Broken ankles, looking like the professor from Man 1. This could be a top play, too, for Andre Miller. Not so much Quincy Miller, but Denver escapes Golden State with the victory.
Number 3, Brewers Phillies. Ben Revere tracking a deep fly to the warning track. Ball goes off his glove, and Revere's face goes off the wall. Let's watch it in slow-mo now. Let's get that slow-mo. Looks like a prize fighter taking an overhand right to the face, spit flying as his face bounces off that chain link fence out there.
Number 2, opening day in Boston, and another MLB player gets sniped. Willie Peralta face planting into the ground at Fenway Park. I could just see Rob Riggle in The Hangover screaming, "In the face!" But, hey, they got the last laugh. Brewers get the victory.
And finally, Mike Greenberg coming for that number 1 spot, paying up on a lost wager. Greeny finds himself on his hands and knees underneath the cow. I wonder who's hating this more, Greeny or the cow. The cow really showing his displeasure here.
Yes!
Oh, man.
Yes! My prayers have been answered! Okay, for those listening on the radio.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the week that the Gators teammates blocking each other goes down or up, whatever you consider it. But it's up to you, the fans, to get those votes in online.
To quote Charles Barkley, that's terrible. You're on the same team.
That's a double not top play in there. The cameraman got laid out at the end.
Damn, that golf's hard as shit.